Have you ever felt like your mind is a tangled web of thoughts, ideas, and to-do lists, all fighting for your attention? It's a feeling many of us know all too well. When we can't organize our thoughts, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, stuck, and even powerless. But what if I told you that gaining clarity isn't just possible, it can be life-changing? Imagine waking up each morning knowing exactly what to focus on, without that lingering sense of chaos pulling you in 1,000 directions. In this video, I'll show you how to cut through the noise in your mind, gain control over your thoughts, and finally create the mental space you need to thrive. So, how do we take this first step toward mental clarity? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical strategies to turn your cluttered thoughts into focused action. Our minds are like overworked computers, processing hundreds if not thousands of thoughts each day. But what happens when too many tabs are open? Just like your computer slows down or freezes, your mind becomes bogged down, unable to focus on what's truly important. This mental clutter isn't just an annoyance. It can seriously impact your ability to make decisions and stay productive. Let's dive into the science for a moment. When your brain is overloaded with information, it enters a state called cognitive overload. This occurs when the brain struggles to manage multiple inputs simultaneously, resulting in stress, forgetfulness, and even burnout. Your brain's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision-making and attention, gets overwhelmed. And when that happens, it becomes harder to distinguish between what's urgent and what's merely a distraction. Studies show that when we're overloaded with too much information, we also tend to make more impulsive decisions. Have you ever had a moment where you couldn't decide what to prioritize, so you ended up doing nothing or choosing the easiest task, even if it wasn't the most important? That's cognitive overload at work. But here's the good news. Just as the mind can get cluttered, it can also be decluttered. By understanding how your brain works, you can begin to rewire it for clarity and focus. Knowing that mental clutter is simply a result of too much input gives us the power to control it. In the next section, we'll explore actionable techniques you can start using today to regain control over your thoughts. Now that we understand how mental clutter works, let's talk about how to clear it up. Organizing your thoughts is much like organizing a messy room. It's all about getting things out in the open and putting them in their rightful place. Here are some simple yet powerful techniques to bring order to your mind. The first step is something called brain dumping. Think of this as emptying out your mental junk drawer. Grab a piece of paper or open a document and write down everything on your mind, no matter how small, random, or trivial it seems. The goal is to get every lingering thought out of your head and into a tangible form. Once it's all laid out in front of you, it's easier to start making sense of it. Next comes categorization. Look at your brain dump and start grouping similar thoughts or tasks together. Is it something related to work, personal life, long-term goals? By creating categories, you're giving each thought its own space, which makes it easier to manage. Once you've categorized everything, it's time to prioritize. Not every thought deserves your immediate attention. Ask yourself, what's urgent? What can wait? What's just noise that you don't need to deal with right now? By focusing on the most important thoughts or tasks, you're reclaiming control over your mental landscape. Third technique, and one of the most effective ways to see your thoughts clearly, is through mind mapping. This technique involves drawing out your ideas in a visual format, creating a web of related thoughts. You start with one central concept, like a problem you're trying to solve, and branch out with smaller, related ideas. This method not only organizes your thoughts, but also helps you uncover connections and solutions you might not have noticed before. These techniques don't just work on paper, they transform the way your brain processes information, helping you become more focused, calm, and clear-headed. In the next section, we'll cover daily practices that can maintain this clarity long-term. Once you've organized your thoughts, the next step is to keep them that way. Just like maintaining a clean space requires regular effort, maintaining mental clarity takes daily practice. Here are a few simple yet powerful habits you can incorporate into your routine to keep your mind decluttered. Number 1. Meditation and mindfulness. One of the best ways to clear mental clutter is through meditation. By taking just 5-10 minutes a day to sit quietly and focus on your breath, you give your mind the chance to reset. Meditation helps you observe your thoughts without getting overwhelmed by them, creating a mental buffer between your emotions and reactions. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to focus on what truly matters and let go of unnecessary mental noise. Number 2. Take breaks and prioritize sleep. Your brain is not built to run at full speed all the time. Breaks are essential to avoid cognitive overload. When you take regular breaks, even short ones, you give your brain a chance to process the information it's been bombarded with, allowing it to function more effectively when you return to your tasks. Equally important is sleep. During sleep, your brain organizes and stores information from the day, clearing out unnecessary data. Without enough rest, your mind becomes foggy and your ability to think clearly suffers. Prioritizing sleep is one of the simplest ways to maintain mental clarity. Number 3. Scheduled reflection time. Lastly, set aside time each day for reflection. Whether it's journaling for a few minutes or just quietly thinking through your day, having dedicated time to process your thoughts can help prevent them from piling up. By reflecting regularly, you're staying ahead of mental clutter before it becomes overwhelming. In today's world, we have an incredible advantage when it comes to organizing our thoughts: technology. With the right tools, you can streamline your mental processes and manage even the most overwhelming tasks. Tool 1. Digital tools: Evernote, Trello, and Notion. Apps like Evernote and Trello help you collect and categorize your thoughts digitally. With Evernote, you can create notebooks for different aspects of your life: personal projects, work tasks, random thoughts, and store them all in one place. Trello works with boards and cards, allowing you to visually organize tasks and ideas, moving them around like digital sticky notes. Notion is another popular all-in-one tool that combines note-taking, task management, and databases, giving you maximum flexibility. Tool 2. Analog versus digital. Find what works best. Not everyone prefers digital tools. Some find that writing things down by hand in a journal or planner helps them connect more deeply with their thoughts. The key is to figure out which method works best for you, whether it's analog, digital, or a combination of both. With these tools, you can make thought organization part of your daily routine, ensuring that your mind remains clear and focused. Organizing your thoughts might seem like a small step, but it's one that can have a profound impact on your life. When your mind is clear, you're able to focus better, make smarter decisions, and ultimately feel more in control of your life. By using techniques like brain dumping, mind mapping, and prioritization, alongside daily practices such as meditation and reflection, you can create lasting mental clarity. Don't forget the power of tools, whether digital or analog, to keep your thoughts organized and your tasks on track. The benefits of a decluttered mind go beyond just productivity. It also brings peace, confidence, and the space to truly thrive. So, if you're ready to take charge of your thoughts, start today. Try out these techniques and let me know in the comments which ones worked best for you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on organizing your life and boosting your productivity.